Informative classification lesson number 7. We have quite a bit that we're doing today. It looks like there's not a lot, but there's a lot of steps. First, we're going to add an illustration to increase our reader's understanding of our topic, and then we are going to apply MLA format to our papers and add a works cited page. When you look at the classification genre chart, it says right here includes a graph or illustration to aid in comprehension. If it enhances or increases your reader's comprehension or understanding, you'll get a 4. This is going to be an idea because these illustrations are a visual picture for the reader to help clarify or enhance your information that you have already added. It can be a graph, a figure, a photo, a table, and you always need to make sure that underneath your illustration that you cite it in some way. Can I use any photo or graph that I find interesting? Like, this is funny? No, because that has nothing to do with my topic, and it should help to clarify information or add more to my paper. For example, I talk about Kira weaving all of the time in my paper. If somebody doesn't know what weaving is, this would be a perfect picture to use. I also talk about her not having technology and having to work for everything, so this would also be a good picture. Of the two, this one is going to be the best. So I came to this website and it says right here the title, the author, and when it was created. So I am just going to add that right underneath my title. However, for some of us, it's not as easy as that because it doesn't provide the title, author, or the date. So I'm going to show you how you can still tell your reader where you got this from. When you go to Google and you type in what you want to add to your paper, it will pop up and then you will have to click on visit to go to the actual website. You never, ever, ever, ever cite Google as a citation because that's like saying, where did you get this information? The library. Google doesn't actually create any of this information, they just hold it. And so you have to actually go to the source of where this is coming from. And that is this website. Let's pretend that I want to use this picture. I know that you can't see it, but I want to use it. It doesn't have the title of the picture, it doesn't have the author of the picture, and it doesn't tell me when that picture was created. However, it is a part of an article. So what I could do is I could say the beauty of Thai brocade weaving 2022. And you would also want to tell me where you got this from, which is a website called Avana Retreat. So this is what my citation would look like for this image. Beauty of Thai brocade weaving Avana Retreat 2022. It is now your turn to add an illustration to your paper that will enhance your reader's comprehension of your topic about the pros and cons of Jonas's community. Make sure you add a citation, push pause, and come back when you are done. Next, we are going to apply MLA format to our final draft. There's a checklist that you have to go through to make sure that you have proper grammar, punctuation, capitalization, and spelling. You'll go to today's agenda and then you'll click on Final Draft. You are going to copy and paste from your rough draft right here to your final draft. This is what it will look like. Starting at your introduction, I want you to copy all the way until after your citation at your image, and then you are going to copy and then come to your final, and underneath title right here, you are going to paste. It should all pop up on here, and then you are going to go through that checklist. Push Control A, Times New Roman, size 12, and the font color black. Titles should be centered for MLA format. You do not need to worry about underlining it or bolding it, and in fact, you shouldn't. It should just be centered. For your headings, make sure that there's no extra spaces between the paragraph, and you are going to center headings. Headings can be bolded, but titles should not be. You are then going to indent each paragraph by pushing tab. I have an extra space right here, so I'm going to delete that. Then you are going to push Control A again and make sure everything is highlighted, and click on spacing, click on double. I have everything in here. You can make your picture smaller or you can leave it bigger. Just make sure it's not taking up half of a page. Add name up at the top. You are then going to read through your entire paper and make sure you have proper capitalization at the beginning of sentences and for proper nouns, that you have proper punctuation. For example, right here, I have a title, so I need to make sure that I put quotation marks around my title. Make sure that everything ends with a period, not an exclamation point. Use periods in academic writing. To check your spelling, go to Tools, Spelling and Grammar check. Make sure that the corrections that it's asking you to make sense. They can tell that I have a title right here and I didn't capitalize it, so I'm going to accept that. The very last thing that you are going to do for MLA formatting corner, you are going to double click and that will open your header. I want you to make sure that this is not selected. Unselect that, go to the alignment section, click on that and make it right aligned Times New Roman and that it is in size 12 font. Click on the options button, click on page numbers, then click on apply. In front of that number, I want you to write your last name and a space. If you did it correctly, your first page and your second page should have a different number. You are now ready to add a works cited page. This is a list of source materials referenced in your essay. When you are creating your works cited, it will look like this. I did both the book, The Giver, and we used website articles that came from Common Lit. Google Docs has a citation machine. To access it, you will go to Tools and then you will click on Citations. Make sure the MLA format is selected for language arts. You will then click on Add Citation Source. For the book, if you were going to enter it manually, you would need to look at the copyright page. This gives you all of the information that it's going to ask for. It will ask for the date, it will ask for where it was published, and it will ask for who published it. You will click on Accessed by Print because that's how we used it. You can look it up by the ISBN or you can click on Cite manually and you can type in all of the information that we got from that copyright page. It will ask for the author's first name, last name, the title with proper capitalization, the publisher with proper capitalization, and the published year. The published year is the most recent date, and the city. I don't know any of that, so I'm just going to click on Add Citation. My book is in there. Now I am going to add my articles that we got from commonlit.com. To do that, you're going to come in here, you are going to type the title of the Commonlit article, and then you are going to add Commonlit after it. Your titles should be Conformity, Would You Marry a Stranger, and What Our Most Vivid Memories Say About Us. Your article should be near the top where you are going to get access to the information that you need to put in your works cited. For example, my title is called Nazi Germany's Euthanasia Program. I would copy that, come to my citations, click on Add Citation. It's not a book, it's a website. I will click on Cite manually and I will put the title right there. It also asks for the author's first and last name. Mine's a corporation. I'll click on that and I will type in the corporation. None of yours should be corporations, so you will type in the first and last names. It then asks for the website title. This is Common Lit. The publisher is the same, and so you do not have to add that. The URL, you'll go back to the article, select this, copy it, paste it here. I do not know the publishing day or month. However, I do know it was published in 2016, so I will also add that for my works cited. Access day is today's date. So all of this should match whatever today's date is, and then you will click on Add Citation. Once you are completely done adding the book, your first article, and your second article, click right after your illustration citation, click Enter, and click on Insert Works Cited. This should be on its own page. If you had your illustration up here and it made the works cited be on the same page, you can just click right before works cited and push Control Enter, and that will automatically put it on its own page. It is now your turn to apply MLA format to your rough draft and add a works cited page. Remember that you do that by going to Tools, Citation, and MLA. Watch this video as many times as you need to. Push pause at every step of the way to make sure that you have correctly formatted your paper in MLA format. If you have any questions, please reach out and let me know.